but went on mattress rock of ages, based a whole, stood up firm and clear-cut and saved, all staggered back into a sea of doubt, all staggered back into sea of doubt, sea of doubt. You have built up everything and you start doubting everything. Start doubting. Now, so after describing the theory of involution and evolution and of naught and lifeless energy of matter debris, you have come to the stage of doubt, sea of doubt. So here you have got now the entire description of Descartes' skepticism. Theory of doubt, that is the great philosophy of Descartes. You start doubting everything. Everything you start doubting. And ultimately you start doubting yourself. But then you can't doubt yourself because I exist. I think, therefore I exist. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I exist. So there his doubt also fails at that point of time. Because I am able to think, therefore I exist. Until then I keep on doubting every proposition, every scheme of things, every operation, ultimately to get the truth of it. That is the philosophy of Descartes. Is that right? Descartes' philosophy is, what a wonderful mind he was. And philosopher and mathematician. Trigonometry, it is he who has devised trigonometry. Descartes. Wonderful. I will say, if you had to compare between Descartes and Newton, Newton was a great mind, a marble mind, voyaging to strange seas of thought, alone. That is what Newton is. Newton. But Newton's approach, Newton's physics, Newton's philosophy was practical. Pragmatic philosophy. See, the law of gravity, he says, body A acts upon body B and body B reacts on body A. A and B interact with each other. The sun is acting upon earth and earth is acting upon sun. That is what the law of gravity says, you see. The force of gravitation is interacting with the two objects. Now, the question which arises, the sun is here, the earth is here. How can the sun which is here act where it is not? How can the sun act where it is not? Means how the action at a distance can take place. You are there, I am there, I am interacting with you. How can I interact at all with you if I am not there with you at all, you see, that way? How can the action at a distance take place? Now that was the flaw, philosophical flaw in the formulation of Newton. And Leibniz was very critical of it. He says only a silly mind, a mind who has no brain at all, will think that an object can act where it is not. Where it is not. Leibniz was very critical of it, the German philosopher and mathematician. He was very critical of that thing. But then Newton's answer is that, I am sorry, I don't care about all that, about your philosophy and all that action and decision. For me, what matters is, it does work. By postulating this law, this hypothesis, that there is a force of attraction between the two objects interacting with each other, that is sufficient for me. And I fail no further hypothesis how it happens. I refuse to formulate any further hypothesis how it happens. So that was the stand, the pragmatism of Newton, which has formulated the law of gravity at that time, you see. And that was then later on converted by Auguste Comte into the positivist philosophy. Accept that philosophy which works, which produces results. Accept that philosophy. Newton's idea is producing results. It is working. Well, that must be true. That is sufficient for me. That is the positivism of Augustus Comte, the French philosopher, and he justified Newton's law. Well, it works, enough. Nothing else. Don't ask all those other questions. Why A is acting on B where B is not, where A is not present? Why? That is a silly question. It's a stupid question. So that is the kind of a pragmatic approach in doing things in life which was proposed by Newton. So Newton was a practical man. He was a Britisher, and British mind was a practical mind. Whereas Descartes was an intuitive mind, a philosophical mind, a much deeper mind. It has a different kind of a vision altogether. And Descartes, although he was a mathematician himself, yet the kind of philosophy he has given is highly intuitive. It is more intuitive than the pragmatism of Newton. So in that sense, if you want to really grade up these two, I will put Descartes at a higher level than Newton. Is that right? Well, this is my understanding of it, you see. Sea of doubt. It has really worked. Skepticism. You see, you start, are you really present there? You start asking question. Ultimately, you disappear completely, you see. But then when it comes, am I really there? Yes, I am there because I think. Because I think, you see. Therefore, I am there, you see. That is how Descartes said. But when on Matter's rock of ages bay, a whole stood up firm and clear-cut and safe, all staggered back into a sea of doubt. So Descartes has brought this doubt, that skepticism, and everything which was based on reason, you start doubting reason itself now. The argument of reason itself you start doubting. So everything will collapse. So Schiavone has taken complete picture of Western philosophy and given his perspective here while discussing reason. Yes, reason you have built up here, but then you start doubting reason, and ultimately you end into doubt, and ultimately you say, cogito ergo sum, you see. See that? All staggered back into a sea of doubt. This solid scheme melted in endless flux. This solid scheme of reason melted into endless flux because of doubt. She had met the formless power, inventor of form. She, reason, has met the formless power who invents forms. Suddenly, she stumbled upon things unseen. Because you are doubting, so you have stumbled upon something unseen in that process, you see. A lightning from the undiscovered truth. How she had discovered that thing? Because you are doubting, ultimately a kind of a flash of light comes of truth, things unseen. Lightning from the undiscovered truth startled her eyes with its purplescing glare. Her of reason startled her eyes. By whom? By the truth, purplesing eye, and dug a gulf between the real and the known, till all her knowledge seemed an ignorance. Her of reason. So that lightning from the truth, undiscovered truth, is showing that, look, madam, your knowledge is nothing but ignorance. Is ignorance. Because you are doubting now everything, you see. So you have got this materialist philosophy, you have got reason at the foundation of things. Then you start doubting everything, skepticism to the extreme end. Ultimately, where do you end? Nothing is going to avail. A flash from lightning, truth comes and then tells you, this is all no. See. Cartesian skepticism ultimately reduces everything to naught, to nothing. Cartesian skepticism reduces everything to nothing. Doubt itself is doubted. You start doubting, but then you start doubting the doubt itself, you see. And then he classifies different types of doubts. The 4 types of doubts which he classifies as methodical skepticism, then universal doubt, then systematic doubt, and hyperbolic doubt. So he classifies, the whole theory of doubt is there. Methodical skepticism, universal doubt, systematic doubt, hyperbolic doubt. Descartes' theory of knowledge is that it is a conviction based on reason. Conviction based on reason that is so strong that no feeling of doubt can change it. No feeling of doubt can change it, you see. All beliefs, all ideas, all thoughts and matter in doubt. A sensory experience is often erroneous and must be doubted. Sensory experiences must be doubted, obviously, you see. Cogito ergo sum, that is what he says ultimately. I think, therefore I am. Doubt as a route to Cartesian knowledge. So, Cartesian knowledge, how do you get? By doubting. The extreme end of doubt. Doubt as a route to Cartesian knowledge. Belief is responsible to doubt. Obviously, I believe in something, but then you start doubting. Because you are believing it, therefore doubt has a reason. Because rational school of philosophy, that is what Descartes gave, rational school of philosophy, you see. And then this is doubt. What is the doubt? The doubt, he says, is malicious demon. Malicious demon, he calls it malicious demon. Hypothesis. Our experience governed by an evil demon. Our experience is governed by evil demon. That is the malicious demon, you see. Even doubting showed that he existed. Because he is doubting, therefore he exists. Doubted. Since he cannot doubt if he did not exist. That's the whole theory. Grand and new thought, this is what it says, no, grand and new thought we had here. Thus the dumb roots spoke vague transmission power. Science tapping matter's potentiality, the unconscious genes are put into service. Invisible spirits out. Finally, everything fails in a sea of doubt. Reason, now I have kind of summarized this thing. Reason, she throws a robe on ignorance. That light. Travels on roads of erring sight. Reason travels on roads of erring. Drags knowledge bales. That is what we have seen. Knowledge bale. Digs into matter's hard soil. Makes formless power. Inventor of form. Power, who is the inventor of form. Formless power. But that formless power itself is the inventor of forms, ultimately. How does that happen? Through the agency of mind. The formless power is there. How can form appear? Through the agency of mind. Inventor of forms. Sees only this atomic vast. Self-disintegrating force. Infinite analysis. Break into bits and smaller bits, and what is left is a bare void. Now I will read a quotation from the Life Divine about this thing. Not any law of matter. It is not by law of matter. Not any law of matter. But the nature of the action of cosmic mind. Not by matter, but action of cosmic mind is the cause of atomic existence. Where from atomicity has come. It is not present in matter. It is a kind of an imposition of the cosmic mind. cosmic mind, is the cause of atomic existence. Matter is a creation. For its creation, the infinitesimal and extreme fragmentation of the infinite, was needed. If you want to have matter, fragmentation of the infinite is needed. Subdivide the visible aggregate or formulation into essential atoms, break it up into most infinitesimal dust of being, we shall still, because of the nature of the mind and life that form them, arrive at some utmost existence, unstable perhaps, but always reconstituting itself in the eternal flux of forces. So, the atomicity is a product of the cosmic mind. Cosmic mind, I will call it overmind, mystically, cosmic mind. Atomicity is arising because of the cosmic mind's action, and you reduce it finally, but then arrive at some utmost existence. Ultimately, what do you say there? Even at the ultimate stage, what do you say? Unstable perhaps, but always reconstituting. These aggregate small little bits which are there, reconstituting itself in the eternal flux of forces. They are reconstituting, aggregating, forming something. So that is the law of cosmic mind. So this is what we have got here.